So this table's usually not here? No.
All right.
It's smaller.
Yeah.
Tiger, I think you're
in the
back
corner
right
over
over
there.
there. Yep.
Yeah, I think you're over here, DJ.
Okay.
See, they put shorter to taller.
Again.
Collin, you. Not on purpose. Maybe on purpose.
It's definitely not because I'm taller than him.
Well, that's how they did theirs, so I figured that's how they did ours. They just assumed you were shorter.
Who's taller?
Taller.
I don't know.
You thought about getting some blocks, you know? Do you stand?
I'm going to need a block, yeah.
All right. So a year ago, we were here, most of you. Tommy, welcome to the team again.
Thank you.
We talked about a completely new shape of a driver, right? Shape and motion, really breaking that trade-off between having a low center of gravity, having it super aerodynamic, and being very forgiving. And you know, the results showed. We got a lot of wins around this table, a couple majors. Collin, congrats. DJ, just awesome. So as you guys know, like yourselves as athletes, you don't stop there, right? And you don't just throw away what you've learned. You build on it. You change. You adapt to push the envelope even further. That's what we have to do at TaylorMade. That's what we get up every day to do. So no different in 2021, but we find inspiration sometimes outside of golf, which is really interesting. How many of you watch F1? You guys, car guys?
Yep. A little bit.
Incredible sport.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody ever seen an F1 car deconstructed?
Not really.
No. Okay. It's an amazing sight. First of all, if you've ever seen it, there's like 1,000 pieces to these cars. And the engineers obsess over every little part within that car. What process they use, what materials they use. Ultimately, the sum of those parts, when they put them back together, when they do that work, might take a half a second off of a lap or a second for a race. And that could be the difference between being on the winner's circle or not. And so for us at TaylorMade, when we started to look at the construction of our drivers and how to advance the performance, ultimately we used that as inspiration to ultimately be the starting place for how to construct the next driver. Take it apart, start from scratch, decide which material, how we're going to do it, and then when we put it back together, could we push that performance further? So today we're going to actually break it down a little bit. You see some bags around you. I'm going to ask for some help. First off, Rory, if you don't mind grabbing all the number 1 bags. Pass them out. Okay, so just at the top of each one of those bags, there's a little perforated section. Open it up.
What am I doing?
How do we open it?
So there you have it. That's a carbon crown. I know you guys have seen it. You look down at it every week. Pick it up. It's about 10 grams. 6 layers of carbon fiber. Okay, it's about 10 grams of weight. It's the most important thing to have light. It's the highest part of the golf club. And so if you could take weight from changing it from metal to carbon, you get to put that weight further, or you get to do whatever you want with it. It saves about 6 grams for us. So that's a big deal. This is not changed. I'll talk about how we've shaped the driver a little bit in a bit, but this is critical to performance. So go ahead and place that down. What do you guys, did you expect it to feel that light? Pretty crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy how strong it is for how light it is.
Exactly, yep. Each layer is about 0.1 millimeters thick. Okay, Matt, grab bag number 2 if you could. And actually, I'll take these other bags out of the way. Awesome.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome, Rory.
This was a little heavier. Okay, what do you think it is?
The sole.
Nope,
Oh, the face.
this is the face. This is the only part of the new driver that is actually titanium. Okay, so first and foremost, you'll see twist face. And twist face, as you guys know, and Tommy, you weren't here for the demonstration when we talked about the thousands and thousands of shots that we look at across the face. Impact location, as you know, is typically low heel to high toe. And we know how the club's coming in at impact when you're hitting it off center. And by correcting with the shape of the face, we can correct ball flight in a better way. And the stats don't lie. Twist face works. Okay, so that's first and foremost. You'll see that. And as you rotate the club around, you're going to see now in the back of the face, it's milled. Okay, it's a milled titanium face. 911 titanium, it's lightweight, it's strong. But by milling it and controlling one more variable, we can control exactly where we want to control the speed. So now, because we're milling the face, we can control exactly where to inject that. And you'll see that resin right in the back there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then in addition to that, as you rotate the club underneath, you'll see the speed pocket, which you guys are familiar with that. What does that do? It adds more ball speed low on the face. It drops some of the unwanted spin, especially on low face shots. It's very unique to TaylorMade, okay? It's a differentiator for us. Of course, you have the loft sleeve as well, but a lot going on in the face. We'll put that down here for a second, and we're gonna go to bag 3. Hand me bag 2, and Collin, if you don't mind, grabbing bag 3.
And you moved it, well, this weight too is different, right?
Yeah, so that's, we call it a TPS weight. Essentially, we can swing weight the drivers through there. You'll see in the different heads where that's positioned, but that's one of the weights we can control, weight of the head. All right. Another part that you've never seen before.
Light.
It's very light.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, this whole thing's kind of coming together.
It's all coming together, right? So
Puzzle. It's a puzzle.
Jigsaw.
you'll see the bottom of the club. You'll see it's called SIM2.
Yep.
Carbon fiber as well, super lightweight, 9 plies. It's about 12 grams. Again, frees up another 4 grams for us. Every little gram, half gram helps, just like that F1 example. You can see the curvature of it. It's extremely strong. Why 9 plies instead of 6? Well, for those players, I don't know if you guys ever hit that one bad shot and want to just slam it down. I'm sure none of you guys ever.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
We're not all looking at you, man.
what you're talking about.
I'll let that goes into the
I know,
design.
lately
That and the tees can flip back and hit, so it has to be durable. We have a lot of fun testing this at home. But lightweight again, strong, and that's the soul of the driver. Also very aerodynamic. That inertia generator, right?
Yeah.
That flow, it's even smoother than we had previously, and so the aerodynamics and
It does look
speed.
cool.
And this
I
is
like
the same as the top? The material or is it
Same
different?
materials, 3 extra plies.
Okay.
Yep.
Make it a little more strong in case
All
you
right.
do want to slam it.
Just in case.
Hand me the bag 3s.
I'm a new man, actually. I don't even slam clubs anymore.
Starting today.
Starting when?
Starting 30 seconds.
Today.
All right, Tommy. New to the team. This is
It's only one little weight here,
this is
huh?
a killer part. Number 4. All right.
Not what I was expecting.
Oh, this.
Forged aluminum ring.
What's going on here?
Yeah, there's
Stuck to
Another
the
little
bag.
extra part in there. You
snap it
can
off?
put that down on the table.
I just ripped it.
Yeah,
Forged
rip it off.
aluminum ring. If you look on the back side of it, it's CNC milled. So it's a very technical part. So typically on the back of a driver, we've got titanium. But in this case, it's a high-grade 7075 aluminum. Super strong, super lightweight, lighter than titanium. The density of the material is almost half of what titanium is. And this is sort of the infrastructure that binds all of this together. This driver, there's no welding at all. So in a minute here, we're going to build this driver together.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like that F1 car that's deconstructed, we've obsessed over all these little details.
What does this piece do again?
This piece
Yeah.
essentially will bind the club together. It's also high up in the head. It's the perimeter of the backside of the driver, which typically you don't want a lot of weight up there.
Yeah.
So as Tiger's doing, I want you to take the face, and I want you to take that aluminum ring, and you can squeeze the ends and just pop that in. Top. If you squeeze that side, that heel side, Tiger, you can just pop that in a little bit more. There you go. Go like this, Rory. Just squeeze the sides. Like
Okay.
that. And then put your crown on.
Did you get it?
No.
This one.
I've
Just
got it
squeeze
upside
it.
down.
Yeah.
That's why.
You like here.
Yeah, cool.
Let
Thanks.
me help you out.
Thanks.
Go with that.
Oh, I was trying to put it in.
Buddy. Like that. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I was trying to put it in
I'll
upside
show you
down as well.
There we go.
All right, get it? There we go. Crown goes on, sole goes on.
You know, remember how like when we first saw the sim, like the way it sat down in the screw?
Yeah.
This one, I don't know,
It
maybe
looks-
because my screws.
But you probably can't get it in.
I can't.
all the way
I
either,
can't screw
so.
it in.
That's okay, you don't need to put the screw in there, but essentially, the whole spirit of this is what do you get from all of this, right? It's cool to construct the driver together, all the materials, all the processes, what's the benefit? Essentially, the benefit is, we talked about a little bit earlier with the milling of the face.
Yep.
Of course, we want a hot spot in the center, but we want it as large as possible. And we don't want it just to be a straight circle. We want it actually to be kind of in line with where all the shots are, which are low heel to high toe. And so sure, you're going to hit a lot of solid shots, especially around this table. But over the course of the season, you're going to miss-hit some shots. So you're just going to capture more of those shots than they're hit off center, and you're going to get more speed from that. So we do have 3 heads. I'll show you each one of them and kind of walk you through them. We can take these out here. Okay. Excuse me real quick, Tom. Okay. 3 drivers, and we're going to assemble your drivers here in just a second, but I'll turn them around for you. So you've got SIM2, you've got SIM2 Max, and then SIM2 Max D. So they're all with this new construction, this forged aluminum ring, carbon. You're going to see for the first time in a TaylorMade driver more carbon fiber than you're going to see metal, which is crazy again. Super aerodynamic. The heads are a little bit bigger. The faces a little bit more face area. Faces are slightly taller. So SIM2 and SIM2 Max, those are the 2 primary heads that are going to be played on tour, are similar footprint, similar to what you see today. Chalk white, that satin black top, that aluminum blue ring around the outside.
Same growth of the head as it grows out away from you?
Correct. The footprint, as I call it, like as you set it down, will be very similar to what you're used to today.
Is this part a little thinner?
It's a little thinner. So one of the things I think you guys are going to really like as well is the
Straight.
symmetry.
And it's
Exactly.
straight.
You talk to us. You talk to us.
Paint lines, yeah.
Paint lines.
Paint lines.
Well, if this paint line right here doesn't, that's usually the first thing I look at. It looks like it,
peels open.
even though it doesn't, it just looks that way.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we
No,
get the
they're very
benefits
good.
of twist face, but it sets down, it's square, it's straight. Tommy, I hear you. That's important to you as well. So we've almost shifted the face a little bit with the back of the body to kind of get things all a little bit more symmetric, and you should notice that when you set it down. So anyway, the difference between the SIM2 and SIM2 Max essentially is the SIM2 Max is built for the most stability. That weight, that little weight on the back, this is heavier than this forged aluminum ring. This is 24 grams, this is 21 grams, right? And by doing that, it's the lowest part of the head and it's back far. So it can give you a lot of forgiveness. And in the Max, you're gonna maximize the forgiveness of it and stability.
Yeah.
You're basically trying to push all the weight to the perimeters.
Yeah.
Then when you look to the SIM2, it's going to be the lowest spinning of the 3 drivers. Okay, so we've now taken some of that weight. We have a 14-gram weight in the back and more weight up front, and it kind of, again, counterbalances that and creates stability, but also drops some of the spin. Of course, we'll put whatever weight we need to for you guys into the heads, but that's the gist of it. And then finally, SIM2 Max D. So not everybody in the world hits it like you guys. A lot of guys fight a slice, and this driver is designed specifically for those players. So it has more draw bias, it has more spin, it actually has even a bigger face and more forgiveness in that sense. Okay, so those are the 3 drivers. Anything you notice that's different than today, or what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like to me the crown, the top crown on the back up here is very different on all 3, you know? Or the Sim Max, are they the same? Those
So
two are
right
the same?
here, just the
Well, like see how the top,
It looks
Just
like
like-
this is a lower profile
See how
than
this is really low?
the
Yes.
Sim.
that almost goes higher, different angles, I guess they're
So
coming
this
out.
is raised, and on the SIM2 Max D, the whole inertia generator is basically shifted towards the heel to give it that heel weighting.
Just so
As
it's
opposed
easier
to,
for
because
them
you
to
want to keep
release
the
it.
angle, but we want to keep it fast.
And then
How about those two? Are those?
Yeah, so these are moved a little bit more centralized, right, for the SIM2. So you can really put more weight low forward if you want here, whereas this is just countering it a little bit, right? That heavier weight.
Do
back
these
there.
come out the same though? Like the same angles out of the face?
They do. They do. So that
Okay.
angle is really the inertia generator. That angle is designed so when you're coming through that downswing, that it's as slippery as possible. Yeah,
And those can be adjusted with different weights in them?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the front?
But not just the back, but that little
Correct. So
part on the bottom.
for you guys, I mean, we'll move whatever weight we need to. For production heads, we adjust swing weight through the TPS weight up front.
I didn't really take much time looking at the sim. Is this shorter? Like,
We don't make shorter drivers, Matt. We make them go longer.
no. Like long wise, like from here to here. Like it looks a little more, like you said, I know it's a taller face.
No,
I think once that weight gets
front
in
to
there,
back
it's
is
once
gonna
the
be
weight
same-
goes in, it'll
same.
like,
Yeah, for sure.
like if you look at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that does look.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just they hit it a little more in this
Yeah.
one.
It's
Just
sleek.
a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
look really good.
Looks really good.
Any
Same
other-
adjustable sleeve?
Yes.
or-
Yes. Yep.
So what did the, because right now we have the sliding weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that change with
Yeah.
this
Good
since
question.
we don't have
You
it?
don't
I
see
mean, I
that.
haven't,
Yeah.
you haven't seen it.
So
since-
that was an interesting. We still obviously love movable weight. We have for a long time. We started it, but in this particular case, the construction was so unique, so different. Obviously, unlike any other driver ever made, we get these benefits of forgiveness and stability and CG. They outweighed having the track in this construction. We simply couldn't get it to a place where we were compromising the performance on what we could deliver to you guys this time around. So movable weight's not dead by any means, but for this revolutionary construction, it just simply didn't work at this point. Yeah.
So the speed pocket is in the Sim Max right now, isn't it?
Yeah, the speed pocket's in all of our drivers.
But even the
Yes, even in
the original Sim,
correct.
it's in there
That's
too?
right. Yep.
Okay.
Now you still have adjustability. The adjustability that's valued most right now is the adjustable sleeve.
Yeah.
12 positions, plus or minus. I know we have 1.5 degree sleeves here. We got 2 degree sleeves. We can do really whatever we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of sleeves, let's.
What's the weight difference on all those on the bottom?
So
What's the
the-
lightest?
24.
So 16, 24, and 22 on the Sim Max D. But we have, again, whatever we need. Let's assemble your drivers that you're going to go out on the range and hit, at least one of them. You're going to test them all. So Tommy, again, if you don't mind, you're going to see the wrenches. And DJ, if you don't mind, in that back there with the tape.
Yep, got
Yep. You're going to have heads for
Matthew.
each of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
it. Fleetwood, Collin, Wolfie.
Thanks, G. Oh, so
Good throw.
Mine.
You got Rory.
Oh, I'm going Max.
My name's Collin, guys. If you
With 2 L's.
the 2 L's.
Only Collin in the world with 2 L's.
am I the only Wolf with 2 Fs?
No,
No, Toto.
No,
never
because-
mind.
that's a family name. I'm sure there's more than that.
Oh, I think we're spot on here, boys.
You're putting it
In standard. Looks pretty. It looks
Pretty good
good.
standard.
What?
just put
Mine
mine
looks
in
great in standard too.
You just put it down standard?
Yeah. But no, I looked at it first before I tightened it up. But
I'm going higher.
I like it. It's really square, which is nice.
So what do you guys
Oh,
like
yeah.
to look at? Tiger, what are
I
you
like-
looking for?
Well, for me, I like the squareness of the face. The
square, yeah.
lines
That's the
look
first
great.
thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it has a lot of loft
Okay.
yet. I mean, I don't know yet, but
Yeah, it's
looks
definitely like
less than 9.
sometimes I felt with the original Sim, it would almost like the inertia generator would like make it somewhat
kick
to
in a
win-
little
kick
bit.
in
Yeah.
a little bit. This is
For me, it
This is
even
nice.
looks almost. I mean, I like it. It doesn't look open. Like it looks perfectly square, but it has no tendency to close at all. I hate looking at a face that looks closed to me.
See, I'm opposite. I want mine to
Really?
sit this way. Yeah.
Oh, see,
If
I'm,
mine looks
yeah.
open, I hook everything.
what one's that?
You having trouble?
No. I'm trying to
as well.
figure. I'm trying to move the sleeve. I put it on one upright, or one, not upright, 1 degree higher, because that's what my head is right now, and it's sat way more closed than what I have my sim at. So I feel like
Well, it
it's,
might be a 2 degree
like it's-
sleeve though too.
No, this one's 1.5. No, the other one? No. So I think this one sits a lot more square.
Yeah, it does. Sits
right?
unbelievable.
Is that what you guys are seeing?
Let me see, Tommy.
What do you think, Tommy?
Sits amazing.
I think it
Nice.
does too.
Yeah, sits good.
Tommy in a driver, what are you looking for?
Yeah, it does look square.
Square to hanging slightly. I like to see a bit of loft on it, just so I don't want to lean back
Right.
and like pick it up. But I mean, looks be all right.
What are you? I'm
that?
Sim Max.
Max?
Sim2 Max.
Sim Max to yeah.
Yeah.
Has everyone got the Max here?
You have, I think we, in here, we put all the
Max,
Sim2 Max.
yeah.
Yeah, but we'll have the Sim2s out there as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
we go hit them?
Just before we're going to hit them, we'll just take a couple minutes. I know you guys always ask, we're going to get out there. You guys, we're going to let you go, right, and unleash. But just on the fairways and the rescues, just so you guys know what the updates are there. We'll just grab these over here.
Matt, I think it looks smaller because it's all black. When I looked at it, it almost,
Yeah.
on the back, it
Yeah.
looked smaller.
There's no color difference.
But it's just like, yeah, the
Yeah,
other,
like
the
it's
color,
just like-
you don't see it.
Yeah.
Cleaner.
Looks
It
really
is. I
good.
do like
It's a
it.
lot cleaner looking
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, so
I like the top better.
We also
Top
do
line's
have
really good.
Yeah.
we have three fairway woods. I don't have the Sim2 Max D here, but we have the Sim2 Titanium and the Sim2 Max. I think what you guys are going to like about the Sim2 Titanium right out of the gate is we've gone down a little bit smaller. We took a lot of your feedback, and it's 170 cc's, whereas today's is 180. So it's 10 cc's smaller. It's actually 20 cc's smaller in the 5 wood. So Tiger, I think you'll like that quite a bit. Also, what's really unique about that titanium fairway wood is the sole is 80 grams, like today, but the shape of it has allowed us to make it more forgiving. So even though it's smaller, the inertia and the stability of it is actually higher.
Okay.
And by doing that, it allowed us to flatten the face a bit from a bulge standpoint. And I know, right?
I love that. Yeah.
So take a look at that.
Slightly lower.
Looks really good.
No,
Same
similar head
height?
height, but definitely footprint-wise,
Yeah, it
a little
looks-
bit smaller, yeah, front to back.
Looks good.
Smaller's good.
And we have this, so the Sim2 Max, and you guys have been accustomed to slightly larger heads. This is actually a little bit bigger, 5 cc's bigger, so 190 bonded hosel, so more forgiveness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't look too big.
Looks nice.
That looks a lot different than that, and I haven't even looked at this one yet.
Smaller but more forgiving's a good combo.
That looks really
Good,
good.
doesn't it?
What?
Looks great.
Looks really good. Straight face too, which is
It's definitely bigger, but I think that looks pretty good too. I feel like, I mean,
yeah.
that one looks a lot easier to get up in the air.
Yeah. When you think about a 3-wood for you, Matt, is it more of a tee shot?
Yeah.
It doesn't look.
I mean, there's not many holes where you hit 3-wood into par 5s or anything like
Maybe
that.
not you, Matthew. Maybe not you, Matthew.
Shut up! You guys are
Whoa.
literally. I said there's not many par 5s that we're hitting 3-wood into. Because even if we do have 3-wood into, it's. I mean, usually there's trouble, like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like somewhere up there. Like usually it's a tee-ball shot for me.
Yeah.
Usually it's like, oh, there's a hole, it's tighter fairway, I'll just take 3-wood. Like just
Yeah.
you know,
I hit through it a lot.
at least in my opinion.
Everywhere.
It looks like a
I
drive.
don't know,
the
but
tee.
I'm
Off the tee in the
but
fairway.
apparently I'm learning a lot of stuff right now, so I don't know. You tell me what you do, and I'll just learn from you.
What?
About a 3-wood. Do you hit it into greens, or? I mean, like,
Very rare.
that's what, see?
You guys are long.
And you're not?
Rory talks like about next
You hit it further than both of us. So.
Literally.
Yeah, right.
Well, one of the things that makes our fairway woods differentiated from everybody else is that speed pocket in the sole. And in this case, that V-steel sole makes it incredibly versatile. So you're going to be able to hit it, whether you want to hit it into a green, off the tee, or anywhere else. It's super, that whatever is contacting the ground, we're trying to reduce that a little
Yeah.
bit. So it's smooth through the ground.
It's nice when you have a fairway wood
Yeah.
and you feel like you can take a little divot with it. That's like,
Yeah.
that's nice. Like straight face. Yeah.
I'm one up on, no, I'm one higher. But it's weird. Mine looks more closing yours, but I have an 8-degree head.
All right, gents, lastly, and then we'll get out on the range. This is really quickly. Things caught fire last year with rescues.
Oh,
Remember, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Take a look. That's the SIM2. So you weren't expecting that one.
No, that's nice.
Yeah. It's a little hidden
that's very
gem.
cool.
Let's take a look at that.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's a
You
little
know what
more.
that kind of reminds me of? That were kind of I mean,
Ooh,
obviously,
what
I
is
know it's
this?
A little updated, but it's almost like the M1 hybrid.
Would you
Do
hit
you
this
remember?
more in the par fives, Matthew? instead
Yeah,
of
I
freeway?
would.
Okay.
Yeah, Rory, you remember who got us in? Rory was the first one last year. Remember that? Rory, I think you were the first one that hit that hybrid last year.
I
And
absolutely
now
loved it.
I have it in my
good.
bag. I think Wolff has it sometimes.
I've got a Ford.
I did have it, but then
I'm still waiting for Tiger to put one in. He's just too stubborn.
Something like that would work though.
I did until I was like, oh,
Butter knife.
made 4 eagles.
What do you think of
and
that, Tiger?
I waste, and I was like, stay in the bag.
Possible.
Tiger's like.
He's like, no, that's not it.
I like my 5-wood, and I like my 2 irons.
Tour, I'll put a hybrid in my bag, and I don't think you're going to the Champions Tour anytime soon.
Get a hybrid in the bag when you're driving a cart.
That'll be going in the bag. This is the, what is that one?
Yeah,
The
so two
Nash-
great options. This is more like what we had last year, and it performs similarly to that.
It's supposed
Again,
to replace. It's supposed to replace the 5-wood.
this is replaces a long iron, or if you play high lofted fairway woods, it would be equivalent to that as well. So we
More head
have,
covers.
But they have the smaller head and
Have like
all
5
that
head
too.
covers.
yes,
Yeah, the
we have
regular.
the smaller. We have two
No,
options
I'm
here.
talking about the.
We have the smaller fairway wood, the titanium one as well.
The-
yeah.
right,
And the 5
and-
wood, the smaller 5
Yeah.
wood as well, and 7 wood.
Perfect.
So
I need.
I want to try that 7 wood.
Oh,
I want to
Heavy
try
the
wood?
that.
5
we
wood
can hook
goes
you on that.
Yeah.
too far. I actually thought about even my 3 wood though is actually it's like 17.
Well,
and a half
because I'm
degrees.
using a 5 wood that I put on lowered as my 3 wood because I feel like the 3 wood's too hot. And then if I had a 3 wood and a 5 wood, the
Must be
5
nice
would
to hit it
come out
far.
too hot sometimes. And I'm
You'd
like,
hit your 3 with too
I- if
far.
I- if I-
just hit that.
You just need driver and then irons.
that's true.
Make the bag lighter.
That's fair. Yeah.
This one, we got feedback from you guys. We tested some prototypes, a little bit lower launch, a little bit higher spin, a little bit more iron-like.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting for you to test.
yeah.
Definitely has a ton of speed with the speed pocket and all of that. So
I don't care how fast it
I'll-
comes off as long as it'll
it's
go
got
like
that little
that.
flight.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
It'll be
guys.
fine.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Quick thoughts. You want to get out to the range?
Yeah. I want to
Already.
get these things. Should we leave this
Desperate.
stuff?
Yeah, you can leave it all here.
Like
Take your
something
driver,
like
obviously.
this.
Really cool.
Take the driver.
Yeah.